Good morning. Welcome to Galore Raise the Bar for Love. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about attracting love into your life. I know that the whole super loved experience includes that, but I thought it would be fun to talk about it even more specifically. Why? Because it's coming up and I have some insights on really being aligned with the energy, the space, the mindset that it requires. And I know that it can be easy to get disappointed or want to give up or not feel hopeful and even get kind of sad and depressed about it. So let's look at the bigger picture so that we can add some tools and practices in place that can remind you of something else. So, because if you're here, I know that that's something that really matters to you. And I know that was something that always mattered to me. And I spent so long not knowing what to do with that and thinking that I needed to just wait and have it show up and doing what I could kind of figure out along the way wasn't really working because it was keeping me stuck in the limitations that I had in my own world about feeling not good enough or not attractive enough, or thinking that in order to have a relationship, I would have to absolutely give up some things. And I see that totally differently now. What I see now is that when you are using the practices I'm going to share with you, that you absolutely can create something that in the connection with the other person is even greater than your life was on its own. It's an enhancement, it's a elevation, it's a support, it makes life easier. And so many of us have had those relationships in the past where it was just harder. For me, I describe it as dragging the potato bag. It's like partners where I felt like I was having to like drag them along, and it was exhausting. And where I felt like they weren't matching my success level, my consciousness level, and not to be sound like this superior bitch, but in some ways, yeah, because I was picking people who weren't like me. So, so I'm just here to, with this conversation, remind you that it's important to take some inventory as to how your mindset is, how you are being in the space of your life that either kind of repels love or attracts love. And this isn't only about dating, this is about how you're living your life. My mantra: how you love your life is your love life. How you love your life is your love life. We have the other mantra: all life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. We have another mantra: how does it get any better than this? So all of these mantras are really powerful in this space we're talking about right now. So when you're taking inventory of your life, where are you, going into dating or your day-to-day life with this drudgery or heaviness or focusing on problems and not giving yourself the space to appreciate, to have gratitude for, to make choices that support you, to actually interrupt some of the mind patterns that are taking you into the heavy, funky, depressing, sad place. It's phenomenal to me what my life is now compared to what it was before, because I didn't believe this. I didn't believe that I could stop these things. I thought that this is just the way it was. I thought that this is now my day. If I woke up funky and sad, then that's what the day was. That doesn't have to be your day. You get to make a choice for something else. So there's a lot of tools that we can play with, but I want to talk about one specific one that really makes me so happy, which is, what can you be that someone else may need? Like, how can you be someone else's miracle? And this isn't about being the caretaker of everyone or people pleasing or trying to rescue everyone. But what energy, space, and consciousness can you be that could shift people around you? You may even have an insight on this. I share my story of volunteering with seniors when I was feeling really depressed, spending the weekends alone. On Sundays, I often had these really depressive states where I couldn't even move. Like, I just felt so heavy and in paralysis and depressed about my life, or it just felt so heavy that when I started doing volunteering on Sundays and going and playing Scrabble with one specific old lady who loved playing Scrabble, and she didn't have family, and she actually was in a state where she couldn't speak very well. So it was really hard for her to socialize even among the women and people at the home. So we would play Scrabble. She would kick my ass. Oh, well. Anyway, so that totally changed my energy. And it was so satisfying to be able to do something that changed someone else's day, where I got to be someone else's miracle. So, consider that. Consider like what it is that you could be that can create that love in your world. Because what I felt was this amazing sense of love and connection that I wasn't getting by staying at home. So my loneliness was healed by this experience. And I did require connection. There were times when I would feel lonely, and I actually recognized in the loneliness, like moments, especially on holidays. There were times where it'd be Christmas Day or New Year's Day or something, and I would know about things going on, and I would feel like, well, I should go because I'm alone. And once I started figuring out, wait a second, I actually love having this alone time. I love having a full day, no plans, nothing's open. I can't go anywhere. And I would just create or sit by the fire and read and do something like that, which was really satisfying. So I started to be able to notice when the loneliness was something that was about connection, requiring some connection, or just wanting to create that. and actual, wait a second, I don't have to buy into if this like lonely story, I actually would like to be alone right now. So there's two different things there. So that's a little bit of a tangent about loneliness, but this is, you get to create your energy. So start noticing it, because I notice when people are getting in a mindset that is not love attracting, there is a lot of kind of comparing, complaining, like most of the conversation ends up being about problems rather than possibilities. So how can you start noticing that and being that advocate for love, being that advocate for something else? When you are in that state of love and appreciation and gratitude, then you are turning on that magnet for more love. And when you're in gratitude and appreciation, then you can't be in self-judgment or fear. It's just an opposite energy. So if you can choose to come into, what can I appreciate right now? What can I appreciate right now? What do I need right now? What would be fun for me right now? If you're noticing a funk, ask some questions about that. Be that for yourself. And as I keep saying over and over and over again, you're going to notice that there's a lot of people out there, especially as the holidays come up, that are feeling a lot of things. And I'm already aware of this in the matrix of consciousness, like very loudly right now, especially since the world is so different. There's so many people on all different sides of the drama that it's even more important to honor yourself and be what you need and bring and invite and create experiences that are joyful for you. I spent almost pretty much all day yesterday putting up lights and decorating inside my house, because during the winter months, when it gets dark at 4:30, that's really depressing for me. Like, I am very light sensitive. I notice it. So for me to have like this really joyful, fun, bright, just creative space that it's all on timers, so it all pops on at 4:30, and it just makes me so happy. And it just really helps me get through these winter months that are really dark. So I do that because I know that that brings me more joy. That makes me have more love in my life. And how does it get any better than that? So be aware. I'll say this class is talking to the mindset. What is it that is going on in your world that you have the power to stop? You have the power to make a different choice. You have the power to add or create or be something different. And you can reach out to me. You can call a friend. You can listen to some more uplifting videos and do a practice or a mantra or get into nature or help someone who needs it even more than you. Someone who would be uplifted by your connection. So being able to do that gets you into a different energy. And then when you're in that energy, dating can be really fun. Then you're going to attract people. Then you're going to be asked out. It's going to be felt. And, be aware of what it is that is stopping you, what it is that is holding you back, and ask some questions, check in, and make the choice to change it. What higher feeling thought, what practice, what action can you do or be that will change that? So, thanks for being here. We'll see you really soon. Bye, everyone.